Hey everybody, Justin Cena here. Welcome to tonight's personalization for Shopify webinar. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know I'm literally super excited to show you, really the finally the first time that we can actually do a good job with personalizing pretty much any product out there with Shopify. And 2017, without a doubt, is going to be the year of personalization, personalization, I should say. And you guys know I'm super pumped about it. And for everyone who maybe is kind of hearing about this for the first time, we're obviously going to go way in depth, and I'm going to show you kind of everything there is to know about this kind of cool new opportunity to really expand your product line and the uniqueness of the products. But we're talking about actually being able to customize or having your customers customize or personalize products that are already on your store. And I'm definitely talking about T-shirts. I'm definitely talking about print on demand. But I'm even talking about more than just that. And we're going to get into that. I'm going to kind of introduce you to this app and really to the guys behind the app. And it's a great team. That's why I really brought them on. You guys know I don't really promote that many things. So when this kind of came across and I finally had some time to really look into it and see the possibilities and really see the ease of use of getting into it, I knew I had to actually go ahead and bring them on. So we're going to have a good amount of people on this webinar right now. I'm not sure if we're going to max out the room, but we already have 205 on here right now, so that's pretty cool. And Kevin, yeah, this webinar is happening. It is live. Mike says, is this the future? And it's definitely going to be the future of for hot products for a lot of you. And you're going to see now exactly what we're doing. Yeah, there is going to be a replay for sure, Peter. Aris, what products is this for? I'm going to show you right now. So I want to introduce the team real quick. I'm going to first kick it over to Keith, but Pat and Russ are here as well from the Customplex team, and they're really going to show you kind of everything there is to know about personalization and how to really get into it. So Keith, I'm going to, I think you actually already are the presenter, so I want to throw it over to you guys. I really want you all to be super engaged in this. If you have any questions, if you have comments, we could all see the question box here. So I see a lot of familiar names. Really happy to have you guys here, and now I want to throw it over to Keith, who is going to really fill you in on the details of this really nice opportunity for pretty much every Shopify store.
Excellent. Well, Justin, thank you for that introduction. If you guys can hear me, let's just do a quick audio check. Can you just type yes in the question box or give me a Y? Excellent. Make sure the audio is working. Like Justin said, I'm joined by Russell Snyder is here with us tonight as well. He'll be coming on the call in here in just a minute. And we have Pat behind the scenes.
Hello, everybody. Hi, this is Russell. How you guys doing today?
All right, and then we have Pat behind the scenes. So if you have any questions or all throughout the whole thing, we have everybody pretty much here standing by to help you out and make sure that we can answer and help you with all your questions. So what we're here to talk about, like Justin said, is we're going to stand out with personalized products. It's a live training. We are here live. We're here. It's not a recording. We're here to help you and show you exactly how you can take advantage of this new opportunity in 2017. So let me ask you guys this. Are you ready to ride? I always see that, what I look for when it comes to marketing, especially with running a business. I've been doing this since 2009. I always look for trends. There's always marketing trends. Some are short-lived. You can jump on them, ride them for a little bit. Some of you may have rode the name campaign trends years ago, about 2 years ago, where you could do the customized name shirts. And, we made almost about $500,000 between myself and my students in probably about an 8-week period during the name campaigns until Facebook actually shut that down because they got all nervous because the end users were wondering how we were figuring out people's names and everything. So, but what that did is it kind of revealed some of the future to us of what people really like. They really like to engage with things that are very specific to them, especially something that they could put their name on. So we're kind of here tonight to look and see if you're ready to ride the e-com personalization wave in 2017. If you guys are ready to ride this wave with us, because this is a big wave, and this isn't one that's going to go away like the others ones did, because everything we do with this is fully compliant and there's no issues. So if you guys are ready, just go ahead and type a Y in the question box. Let me know that you're ready to go, and we'll go ahead and kick things off. And I can't even read. You guys are typing so fast, ready to ride. So just to let you guys know that we tend to ask a lot of questions. We like to engage you on the calls. We like to make sure that we're answering your questions and that we're helping you understand the technology and everything you do. So we appreciate your engagement. So let's go ahead and dive in for you guys. So as I mentioned, I'm Keith Doherty, and I'm joined by Russell Snyder here tonight. And I'm going to let Russell come on and do a quick introduction. We're just going to tell you our quick background. We're going to take just like a minute or two, and then we're going to dive into the hardcore content. So we show you guys exactly how you could take advantage of this right now.
Okay, everybody. Well, my name is Russell Schneider, and it's so great to be here. And I'm one of the owners of Customplex and heavily involved, and with another couple of guys, Pat, who was my partner on Ad Factory, and Tobias, who was a good friend of mine. And we met up several months back, and he had developed this software, and it was pretty advanced, and we just wanted to help him bring it to the next level. So a little background about me. I've been building enterprise software for the past few years. I'm kind of famous for Ad Factory, and we did a deal with Teespring, and I've worked behind the scenes doing kind of enterprise software with other larger companies typically. And so that's what I'm doing here with Customplex, and we're really excited to bring this out to you.
And essentially, like I got the traditional start in the world. You know, I thought I had to go to school, get a business degree. I became a Microsoft certified systems engineer, so I did all that fun stuff. I got bored. I became a cop back in 2002 down in South Florida. Decided to chase the bad guys around, and I had fun doing that till I realized it wasn't so much fun having guns out blazing all the time. So I decided to vacate the premises on that, and I left that. I created a brick and mortar business. We actually built that up to 2.4 million in about 2 years, and I left that because I didn't want to deal with crazy employees. And I started online business in 2009. Jumped into SEO, signed some big deals, published a book, couple books, best-selling author. I do list building, built a list of, actually that's over 170,000 now. Do a lot of paid traffic list building, and we obviously got into physical products, Teespring and all that, sold hundreds of thousands of dollars in physical products our first year coming out of the box. So that's just a quick background. We're not here to tell us, it doesn't really matter who we are. We're really here to teach you guys and show you that, we come from a long foundation of e-commerce and success, and that's why we've kind of partnered together. Russell brought me on board to help kind of get the word out on this product we're going to talk about tonight, and I was extremely excited to join the team and help out. And welcome our Armando, retired Leo from North Miami Beach. Did you ever get to work with Shaq down there? Shaq was a reserve down there. He may still be. But all right, so let's go ahead and let's cover. Oh, we work from Miami Beach. I'm sorry, you were North Miami Beach. All right. So let's cover a few ground rules just so we make sure we're all on the same page. We make sure everything's, we'll lay out the foundation. So if we talk about any results tonight, those results are not going to be typical. When we talk about making money, we're not implying that you or anybody is going to achieve any results or actually do anything. When we talk about our clients or anything we talk about, please know the results are not typical. All business entails risk, right? Does that make sense to everybody? You have to actually work to get results. I think we all realize that, but essentially, you know what? I don't think the slides were changing. They were supposed to be changing, so you guys didn't have to look at all the fun slides, but they should be changing now for you guys. All right, so now we got the slides actually working for you guys. All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and let's dive right in. Are you guys ready to see how you can offer real-time? So we're talking about real-time personalization. We're not talking about where somebody submits a name or anything like that. This is real-time, live, on the screen. It's a personalized shopping experience, and you can basically get it on your store and start using this today. All right, so what we're going to talk about today, and Russell kind of mentioned it, that what we're going to talk about is called Customplex. And this is a private invite-only Shopify app. You can't go to the Shopify store. You can't find it. You can't get it anywhere else. And this app enables your store to offer personalized products rendered in real time. It happens live on the actual screen for you. So It was actually created by Tobias Berlin and Russell Snyder, and he mentioned Al is also on the call. They partnered up. They've created this. It's been almost a year in production. So you guys are kind of the first people that are getting to see this, and it's been in development for almost a year. So you can just imagine how much was invested into creating this phenomenal app because we wanted to make sure it was right before we ever brought it out to anybody. So one thing I have to ask you guys is, we're not doing a mass market rollout for this right now. Okay, this app it's a private app, so you're only here because Justin, kind of reached out to us, and obviously he's moving in the direction of using personalization himself. So he said, hey, can you guys bring this on? Can we show my people about it? And we said, all right, fine, we'll do a private showing, but we're not doing a mass market rollout right now. So we prefer that people that decide to move forward with us have, basically, you're going to be able to do this with very little competition because you're on the front end of this product because there's no other product out there that has the features and the technology built in it that we have. All right, so here's a quick disclaimer on the actual, the software itself. So while this may be the coolest software, which I think it is totally one of the coolest out there, there's no promise or guarantee that you'll actually make income or have any increase in business while using just the software. So if you load it on your site, it's not going to magically produce income for you instantly. As with any tool, your own results will vary based on many different factors. And this is not obviously a get-rich-quick. It's not for amateur people. It's for people that are serious. They want to get it on their site and they want to get up and running and offer personalized products. So you guys ready to look at some examples? How about, let me ask you if this is fair enough. How about I show you a few examples really quick and then we'll do a live demo. Does that seem fair enough to you guys? Just let me know. Type yes in the question box and we'll go ahead and I'll show you these quick examples so you can see the power of what it can do. And then we'll dive over, I'm going to switch over to Russell and he's going to walk you through from A to Z on the app of exactly what you'd have to do to get this a product up and running on your store in no time at all. All right, show us. Everybody says yes, yes, yes. Show us the power. All right, so let's take a look at this first example. So this is a picture of an actual pillow that can be purchased out online. So you can go online, you can search for this Details Baby Throw Pillow. It's from a retailer, and essentially what they allow you to do is they allow you to pick a color. They allow you to type in your information, like the last name, the first and middle, the date the child was born, the time, the length, how long was the child, and then the pounds and ounces. The problem with this is it's a really cool gift, and a lot of people would want to give this, especially, and parents would want to buy this when they have their new children. But the problem is this doesn't render in real time. So you can go ahead and pick whatever color you want, and you can give them the information, and you can kind of get an idea of what your pillow would look like, but you're never going to see it until it shows up at your doorstep, and then you could be like, I don't know if I like the way that looks, or maybe it didn't render. And the power and the reason that our app works so well is because when it renders in real time, the person, right, your end user, your customer, they get to see the product right in front of them. So they get to see their child's name in front of them, and they get to see the birthday. They get to see all that information, right? And what that does is it then ties them to the product. So your conversions can potentially increase because they're like, how could somebody walk away from their child? They've built this product with their child on it. When it goes to their shopping cart, their child's information is in there. It's going to be hard for them to walk away from this transaction because they're emotionally connected to it. So you have a stronger bond with the product, so you could potentially increase your conversions because of that. So this is the company out there that has this. So when you look at ours, so we created this inside the software. Just quickly, we recreated it, and you can see that the name is on the top, the last name, and then the date and all the information. And this is actually in the back end. When we switch to Russell, you're going to see exactly how this editor works and how you can add the different layers. You can have many different text layers, and you can see that people can customize all this different information on the pillow. So it's really a powerful system that allows you to create a basic image layer of the graphic, and then you can add as many text layers as you want, and you can control the fonts and all that. Like I said, when we get into the actual demo, you'll see the power there. I'm just showing you how we basically recreated this design inside the software. So then when somebody goes to our site and they actually want to order this pillow, you can see now they can actually, baby love throw pillow. They can put in the name, they can put in all the first and last, or the first and middle, the birthday, the time, all that information can be put, and then they can render it live on the screen, so you can see the customized information over here. Immediately translates to the graphic, and it actually, now some people are going to say, oh, well, that just creates the graphic on the screen. That doesn't, that's great from a selling standpoint, but how do I get this produced? Well, here's the power of the system that a lot of people don't realize is not only does it create that graphic visually in real time so people can see their child's name or their grandkids or whatever, whoever the relationship is, it automatically creates the actual graphic file. So it creates this graphic on the fly that can then be sent to one of our print suppliers. Now, we have print suppliers already integrated with our system. So basically you click a button and the print file goes off to the printer, they print it, they ship it out for you, it's hands off. Now, the other really unique benefit of our system is that you can bring any supplier you want to our system. So let's say, do you guys want me to give you kind of a ninja idea that sometimes I tell people about, a ninja trick of how you can potentially offer a product that nobody else has and bring it to the marketplace? I mean, if you guys don't want, I can just skip it if you don't want it. All right, yeah. Everybody's saying yes, yes, yes. All right, so here's a way that you could bring something to the marketplace that a lot of people aren't selling, or potentially nobody is. We all know of the site Etsy, right? You guys have probably heard of Etsy. Etsy tends to be a site where people can put up products. It tends to be people that are very creative, very artsy people. They come up with all these different unique craft items and unique things that are different, like a wooden clock, like somebody takes a log, they carve out a wooden clock, and then they'll put somebody's name in it. Like they'll put, the James family or whatever, right? So what you could do with our software, which other software wouldn't allow you to do, is you could make a deal with that Etsy provider and say, hey, can you send me a picture of the blank clock, send me that log clock without any customization on it. You can drop the picture of the clock right into your Customplex software, and then you could order, then you do marketing, which is what you do, right? Then your store is going to have the clock on it. People could put their name. It's going to show it on the clock. When somebody orders, you can email that order directly over to that Etsy provider. They're going to produce the clock and they're going to ship it out. So it's totally still hands off. So it's a way that you can go out and find these little pockets of people that create unique products that nobody else has. It's Etsy. Tom, if you haven't heard of Etsy, E-T-S-Y, Etsy. But that's a way that you can find unique products that people, and then of course you guys, obviously with Justin, you guys do a lot of targeting, you know how to find the audiences on Facebook. So then you would take your marketing skills with your store with this product that nobody else is selling, because everybody else is over at AliExpress grabbing all the same necklaces and the jewelry and the same items, right? And you're stepping outside of that box and you're going to go ahead and market something that's unique and special so that you can capture that audience, and you're going to potentially have better conversions and make a lot more profit. All right, so let's continue with the pillow example. So this is the cool thing. So in our shopping cart, and this is what I told you, the power of this is essentially what it does when it adds this graphic to the cart. This is where I told you it would be hard. Let's say a grandparent or a parent's in here. So they're going to see their kid's name here, so now if they had to back out on this order, it makes it even a little bit harder, because they're like, oh, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it because, James's name is on it. I got to buy this. I got to buy it for James. So you go ahead and do the checkout. On the back end, basically the order comes into the back end system, and it gives us all the artwork we need. So the artwork can be sent. This one we integrated with the Printful, so that's one of the providers we're integrated with, the Printful. So this example, we just show how it's integrated with the Printful, but you can integrate with any supplier you want, or you can use a unique supplier, like I said, an Etsy provider, anybody you want to, a local print shop, anybody at all can be sent these files to create these products for you. And so let's look at the profit. Let's say we were to sell this pillow, because we saw they were selling it for $39.99, right? So let's say we sold it for $39.99 on our site. Let's say we're really nice people. We don't even charge for shipping and handling. We give it away free, free shipping and handling. So our total is $39. If we use the Printful on this fulfillment, it would cost us $17 So we could basically profit $22.99 if we were to sell this personalized pillow. And we already know that they sell in the marketplace, so it's out there, it's proven, but we're going to actually allow it to render in real time, which people aren't doing. So we're giving people a personal experience. How many people would like to make $22 in profit on their products, right? You think that's pretty cool? And this is just one product idea. It's certainly a lot better than, and I'm not going to bash really, but you know, free plus shipping works, and I think it's a good front end tool, but there's not a lot of profit in that, right? And a lot of times when you're selling the smaller items, there's not a lot of profit. But with personalized items, people are willing to pay more because it's personalized, it's unique to them. You have a higher conversion percentage because people are engaged with it because you are allowing them to put names of either themselves or their kids or their grandkids on the items. All right, so let's look at another example real quick. So here's another cool one. It's called Couples Key Dates. So this was a supplier we found online, or a company website that was selling this wall art. So you could buy this wall art that would have 3 dates on it: the day we met, our first date, our first kiss, and then it had the names, you know, Samantha and Michael, right? So they sell these anywhere from $80 up to $125. But once again, you click on the button, you order it, hopefully it looks the way you want when it shows up versus being able to see what it actually looked like, you know, in live time. So we recreated something similar to this. Now, so we had the, you know, the date we met, our first date, our first kiss, and then it had the names. So with our software, you simply would type these in. It's going to render it directly live on the screen. They're going to have their names. Everything's there. We add it to cart. All the artwork comes in the back end. This one we integrated. We showed it with the Printful as the provider as well. So let's go ahead and, so this is what it would look like full screen. And then look at our margins on this. So if we sold this for $139.99, we offer free shipping again, right? So the cost to produce it at the Printful is $85. So this one has a margin of $54. Now, obviously, the selling price is, you can, you know, decide what's right for you and what you know would work for your marketplace. But on this one, where you could really get personal, where somebody's like, wow, that's great, the day we met, our first date, our first kiss. So this to me would make like a phenomenal Valentine's Day gift, or a you know, an anniversary gift. Just think about you know, how powerful that would be. Do you guys want me to give you kind of another little ninja trick on how you could promote something like this and get to an audience that would be kind of, you know, a little bit excited to see this thing pop up? And I like what KD said. This is not niche focus though, right? So a lot of you are probably thinking, okay, Keith, you know, and I'm glad you mentioned that, KD, and that shows that Justin's got, you know, you guys know about targeting, right? So you're thinking, that's all wonderful, right? But how am I going to target this? This isn't nurses or dentists, right? Let me give you a way you can target this one that's stealth, that nobody's really doing, right? And Tom's kind of on the right track with behavioral targeting. Inside of Facebook, you can actually target. So here's what you can do. Now, Stephanie says the wedding niche, which I think would be an ideal wedding present too. I think that would be phenomenal. But here's another one. You can target men that are married, essentially, or it could be women that are married. It doesn't matter, either one. But then you can also use a behavioral targeting that says, that has an anniversary up and coming in 30 days. And then I believe they have a second category that says anniversary coming, I think, in 61 to 90 days. So I would target either men or women. I would test both audiences that are married, that have an anniversary coming in 61 to 90 days. That's a targeting that you can go right now to Facebook and target. I would drop this in front of a man and say, do you not want to be in the doghouse this year? Don't forget your anniversary. Get your wife this thoughtful gift, right? So you put it in front of a married man who's got an anniversary in the next 3 months, and there's a good chance that this could be an audience that's going to buy this, right? So just, and think about all the different unique products that you could essentially use to do that. All right. So another one there. Here's an interesting one I found. All right. Here's an interesting one I found when doing a little bit of research. So this was a flask. All right. This was a flask that I found on a popular website, and it came up at $24.99. Right. It came up on $24.99, and I said, wow, that's not too bad. $24.99 for a flask with the engraving. But the problem is I go ahead and I look at it, and then to personalize the flask, so I continue doing the checkout. To personalize the flask, it cost me an extra $28. So if I wanted to buy this flask, and this is a popular company that's in a lot of malls across America, so if I wanted this flask with personalization, $52.99. And it doesn't stop there, folks. It gets even better. It gets even more fun. So 28 to personalize. Oh, you want to ship it? You actually want to receive the item? There's another $9.95. Plus, oh, you're in Florida, which they happen to have a location here where I am. Now I got to pay $4.10 sale. So $67 out the door. 67 bucks I got to pay to get this customized, diagonal flask. So I'm like, dang, that's a lot of money that people are paying to buy these things, right? What if we could do this? What if we could find a supplier that has a flask? We can certainly personalize it, right? With our software, it's going to be real time, so people are going to be able to see it. So I think that is pretty powerful, right? So here's what I did. So you can see $67 there. And here's what I did. Guess where I found a flask? Anybody want to guess where I found a flask? Let's see who can guess where I found a flask to sell. It's a pot. Yeah, Jason got it. Armando, it might be there. No. All right. So I found it in AliExpress, right? I went to AliExpress, and this is a personalized engraved flask. You guys seeing the price there? You're probably already calculating a margin in your head on what you can do with this, right? This is a person. Now, here's another thing. People are going to be like, oh, okay, well, it's China. We know it's going to take a little bit on shipping. Well, here's a really great thing about personalization. People don't expect it to show up in 2 days. This isn't Amazon Prime. When people personalize things, they know it's going to take a little longer. So essentially, you can, this is e-packet, so we know it's going to arrive in 12 to 20 days. So they're going to expect that. So people are going to get this in 12 to 20 days. It's not bad. But for $6.54, I know you guys, some of you are already like, holy crap, the margins are ridiculous, right? Let's say we sold it for 50 bucks, right? They were selling it for 67. Let's say we sold it for 50, free shipping and handling. It costs us $6.54. We get a profit margin on this thing of $43.45. Right? Is that ridiculous or what? And you guys can play around with the selling price because you have so much margin with this one. It's like Tom said, it's insane, right? And Jason said that's what I'm talking about. And that's, what could you target with this? You could target, obviously, the weddings are a big industry when it comes to, best man gifts and things like that. But the margins are so big with this, you could play around with targeting for a while until you could lock it in and get it right, and then you're gonna be able to just open it wide open because of the profit margins you could have with this. All right, so the power of personalization, really, I mean, these are just, I'm going to stack these up here for you. I'm not going to bother. This is really, I want you guys to just have an open mind, and this is just scratching the surface of anything and everything. Because like I said, you can bring your own supplier. You can basically do whatever you want. If you make your own unique items, if you find somebody off of Etsy, if you find somebody at the local flea market that makes unique items, you could basically get a picture of their thing and drop it into your store, and you could be selling all sorts of unique things. You can personalize anything. There's a massive opportunity to personalize anything, right? So there's just obviously another screen with a whole bunch of pictures of all the different things that are out there that you could possibly personalize. So with that said, I mean, you guys think this is pretty cool so far? Do you want to actually see inside the software on how easily you can set this up? Because that tends to be the other issue, is like people are like, that looks great, but I'm not really technically inclined. I don't want to have to jump through hoops. Do you guys want to see how easy it is to take a product from point A and point B and get it up on our system and ready to sell in no time at all? All right, it looks, Russell, I think with all the yeses, because I can't even read them, they're coming so fast. Are you ready to go ahead and dive in and show them the back end of this powerful machine?
Yes, let's do this.
All right, so I'm going to flip it over to Russell, and he's going to take you in behind the scenes. Now, I got to ask you guys again before we do this. Now, remember, I trust you guys. Obviously, Justin invited you here. We have to, we kind of are doing this on a verbal confidentiality agreement. You guys are here because Justin invited you. So what you're about to see is kind of for your eyes only. So we want to keep this as in-house and private as possible, because the more we keep it to ourselves, the more potential profit that we can generate in-house. So I appreciate your guys' discretion in keeping this within the family. And everybody says agreed. No, all right, thank you. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Russell, and he's going to go ahead and show you behind the scenes.
Okay, hello everybody. Hope you're having an awesome day. So basically, what we have is we have a membership area, and in that area we have some videos and whatnot, and then we have this app, and this is just on one of our development servers. And so when you go into the app, you can see that are things like this, like products, orders, settings, and stores. And I'll go through each of those, but I just wanted to show you a very quick demo here of how this works. I simply just added this product. We just integrated a printer called Printex, but you could add any printer you want. We have two types of printers. One type are API integrated printers, where they have all of the mock-ups, and I'm gonna take you through this from the beginning. I just wanted to show you this part, but one of the types of printers we have are printers that are API integrated, meaning that all of the mock-ups and things are already in the software, so it's very easy and quick to add products. The other type, which Keith was mentioning, are non-API integrated suppliers, which means you could integrate any supplier you want. So if you find somebody that's selling some really unique leather wallets, or a sign that would go, a welcome sign for your home, or whatever you would like, you can integrate those. And we just finished integrating with a company called Printex, so I wanted to show that off to you. So I'm going to show you how it works from start to finish. So you go on the app, and it's loading up right now. It might be because I have it. It might be because I have it loaded. Okay. Well, let's see. And
yeah, I don't know if you can have it open in two windows like that.
Okay. So here's what you do. So in this, you could say add. I'm just going to show you a quick example. So you say add new, and then we would say Nana shirt example 2, and then you could say t-shirt. You would say this is the new thing, and we just say add from Printex, and you could pick from these shirts. All the mock-ups are already in here. However, if you would like to override those, you can actually add your own mock-ups. So let's say we add a unisex tee, we add the products, and these are the color options available. So I know that these are nice. And then here you just enter your prices, and you just have to do this one time for each size. So, and then what I like to do is for 2XL and above, you can even add a higher price. Like we usually recommend about $3 higher, and people understand that. And these shirts look like they go up to 6XL, and
so you guys can see that Russell's adding there. Now you can see on the left while he's doing that, you also have the option that brought in all the colors. So let's say you wanted to offer it in black, or you wanted to offer it in maroon or navy. You just merely put a checkbox in those, and then when the shirt gets published, you're going to be able to have all those colors available inside your store that are selling that one design for you.
Okay, so if I want to choose a mock-up, let's say you want a black mock-up, you simply click on this. I could click on front. It loads the mock-up. This is the allowable print area there. And then I would just say image layer, and I could add in, and then I could add in an image layer. And what I could do is I have this file here. Now, check this out. By the way, we're giving you this design and some other designs, so you could mess around and even sell these. But when we order from designers these types of designs, what I always do is have the designer send a design where it includes the text layer of how it's supposed to look in a mock-up. So this is how it looks on a black background, and then what I do is we have the designer send another one without that, because in the CustomPlex software we're going to add that layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this layer where it says the name. So I'm going to show you how that's done. So check this out. Oh, one more thing. There's another really awesome feature on this software, and that is that you can utilize any font you want. It has to be a TTF font, but even if you have an OTF font, you could just run it through a converter. You just go to Google and you type convert OTF to TTF, and there's these free converters, and you stick the font. So in this case, this is the font the designer put on. It's called Cardinio Modern Bold. So watch this. I already jumped a step ahead. It's like one of those cooking shows where they already baked a cake, but it's super easy, because here, if I just wanted to put this image layer in, I would go like this, and then what I would do is I would just kind of size this piece, and then I would say upload image, choose file, and then I would choose this file right here. See that PNG file? Okay, so now I already did that, and I added a layer called grandkid names just to speed this up a little bit. So I put your grandkid names here. You could add anything you want. I see that font. I chose Cardinio Modern Bold, and I chose the font color. You could put it in the hex code, or you could play it by site. So I could go like this, and then I just say update text. You could add a stroke to your font and control you could rotate it, or you could bend it. So there's a lot of control you could do in this custom text. Now, here you can have an unlimited amount of customizable fields. In this case, we just have one customizable field, and I created this product, and here's what it looks like on a live store. So I could go like this: Keith, Pat, Jimmy, or Keith, Pat. We need to add a female's name. I say click here to preview. Watch this. Boom. So now you could put a dash, whatever. So check this out. That is ready to roll. Your customer can order this. $21.99. Look at that. Add to cart. Now when they order this shirt, and even here the thumbnail image, I know you can't see that on the webinar, but even the thumbnail image is customized. So it kind of gives the essence, and they just check out, and then your back-end Shopify store would process that. So it's as easy as that. Now, some items, you'll simply have the product, and you'll have just the name, people's names on the product. Others will be more complex. For example, if you wanted to have a shirt that said, I never thought I would be an awesome, and then you wanted to customize the word Nana and have them select, type in something like grandma or noonie or whatever they do, you could customize that, and you could customize this name part. So you could have an unlimited number of multiple fields. One question we're getting a ton is, do we have the ability to upload photographs? We don't have it live yet, but it's in our advanced development stage, and will be live soon within the next month or so. That's what we expect. We're not guaranteeing that, but we're actively working on it. There's a lot of graphics and things, so we want to make sure it's optimized so your customers would have the same experience with this good speed and whatnot when they do it. And let me show you a little bit more on the app. In your Shopify store, you'll see it generated all of these colors and all of these sizes, and I priced it at $21.99 for up to 2x. So it on the back end, it does all of that work. Now you want to see something really interesting? Check this out. If I change something here and I say enter your grandchildren name, because I wanted to change children names, I could change that text right here. See how we were on that field? And it made it really small, but I'll just show you this for the sake of example. Okay? All I do is say update product. And this takes a little while because what it's doing, it's rendering all of these different product sizes and variations. And then we're going to go to see that shirt very shortly, but it's working right now. It's re-rendering this entire thing across all those shirts. And you have full flexibility, and again, you have as many layers as you want. And these layers can be either static layers, meaning they're not customizable, or customizable. And the way you control that is by this little checkbox. So now when we go back to this right here, see how it says, I'm going to just refresh this item. I'll watch this. See how it says this? Enter your grandchildren names. It updated every single thing. Now watch this. In your Shopify store, it also updated everything. So just in 1 minute, we updated like 30 products. So it's really neat and robust on the back end. Now, here are some other parts of the software I'd like to show you, and I can't see the feedback, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a little bit techy, but you can see your orders here, and then all you do is when you have an order, you click on the order, and in this example, this is just our dev server, but let's say this was an order. You can either choose to download the order or you can email the order, or in the case now in Printex, as of today, there will be a thing that will say process order to Printex. Or you could download the order details, which include 3 files. The Excel sheet, which includes your customer ship to information, the PNG file, and a mock-up image showing how it's supposed to look like. So it's really neat, and it saves this information, so anytime you need to go back into an order, let's say a customer gets something and they said, I entered a different name than what you shipped me, you could go back, download, re-download the order and say, oh, that's interesting because I have a timestamp that says that, on January 5th, you ordered exactly this, but, we'll be happy to change it or whatnot. So it's really easy to work. In this, the settings, the way this works is you can just simply, when you add your printer, your custom printer, and I'm not going to get into the details of that, but it's very simple and intuitive to add either to add any kind of we call supplier printer. So that's pretty much it. Now let me go in. We just added this Printex, and I'm going to go in and just show you a sample of these products. Will all be, you guys will have to sign up for a Printex account, but we have a ton of products in there. So we have all of these products. Look at this. These are the different types of things. Unisex tee, V-neck, all these different types of t-shirts and all these colors are available to you. And so what you would have to do is go to Printex. We give you a link. You sign up with them. You have an independent relationship with them, and then you plug in, and then you just let us know and or plug in your API key, and you're good to go. And we have hoodies, zip hoodies, sweatshirts. All the mock-ups are right in there for you. And one secret in selling shirts and these kinds of products, I recommend from all my years in e-commerce, is that you don't offer every color. Just offer a few colors, like the top sellers, like black, purple, navy blue, royal blue, unless you're selling to, a specialty niche. So they have bibs. Now when they have new products, we will automatically add them in for you. One thing, right now we only have 2 vendors, the Printful and Printex. However, we've made deals with a bunch of other companies that want to be integrated and are in the process of adding those. So over the weeks to come, you'll see a bunch of new ones integrated. And the integrations just make it easier. They're not required, but they just make it easier for you guys to start selling products. And then, of course, you can have multiple stores utilizing Customplex. Let me show you a couple of other ideas here if I can. We just put some examples up. Oh, by the way, if you see this add to cart grayed out, it's because what we did is we made it so you have to enter information in order for that to activate. So I'll show you how that works. So if I type in Fred, Billy, and Bob, once I click here to preview, then see how the add to cart gets activated, and then those names are in there. So let me show you some other product ideas here. And like I said, I can't see your feedback, so I feel excited, but I don't know if you are. But I feel so pumped up because we're really proud of this. But check this out. This is, you could carry a ring. So if you find a ring supplier and you can put your honey's name, let's say my honey's name is Amor. That's my wife's name. So I could say click here to preview. Check this out. Boom. That's not a beautiful, you would have to get a better quality, I think, but you could see how awesome that is. I mean, and I would just add to cart. Okay, watch this. We have some more products. Does anybody here, Keith or anybody, could you tell me a product to pick? You guys want to see this wood bamboo cutting board? Check this out. Enter a name. I love, let's say, well, it says Customplex, but let's say I love eCommerce. I love personalization would be a good one. So there it is. So now, let's say you had a deal. You found a supplier selling these bamboo boards on Etsy. You make an agreement with them. If you're selling enough, you could even make an exclusive agreement with them where they can't sell these to anybody else wholesale. So you make an agreement with them. You say, look, I'll give you 15 bucks or 12 bucks or whatever for each cutting board that you engrave and charge me 5 bucks for shipping. And then you just put them up, you load them up in Customplex, you load up the mockup, and you are good to go. And by the way, when you do this, you can also, there's a lot of flexibility in the software, so you can add different sizes. So I'll even show you, if we go to this product, how it works. And we could even, just for fun, change a font in here. So check this out. So if I go like this, products, and I hope you don't mind, I'm going to close out that Nana test shirt just so we keep it nice and clean. And let's see, what is this? Laser marked bamboo board. So I just have to find that. And here it is. Okay. So this is the laser marked bamboo board. Now what's interesting on this is you see that's the customized Customplex text, which is right here. And you can, it says Customplex there. And there are 2 other fields, 2 other layers. So this image layer is a static image layer, meaning it's just a design. It's like a PNG file. And check this out. And this is another one. So see how on this design, they integrated 2 static layers plus the customizable layer. So let's say we want to go back to this layer right here, the Customplex layer, and change the font. It's as easy as this. And then I'll show you guys even something else. Let's say we go to this Shoemaker font. And then let's say, I don't love that font. Let's say Graycliff Regular. Now, that's better. Maybe that was the one it was. Now watch this, okay? Let's say we want to bend this text. I want to go like this because I update text. Okay, let's go like this, bend it a little bit more. Okay, now we're done with that. Let's update this product. Now watch this. This is where it gets pretty awesome. Now here, see how it says add sizes? Whoops, it flipped off of that. Now here's another thing. Let's say we want to add a new size. Let's say that we add a size that says 18 by 18 and we up the price to $59.99. And somebody was commenting earlier, and I'm just going to update this. I just wanted to show you that option. So now we're showing you how easy this software is. If you had different colors of the wood, you would
Russell,
upload those mock-ups.
while you're in there, if you want to show them too the outline of the text, because I think that's pretty cool too that you can do that.
Oh, the stroke?
The stroke, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so here, if you would like, you could put a stroke on the text. So just so you can see it, I'm going to make it white. When you select your color, you just select on that little bar, say like this, 6, boom. So let's say that's 6 pixels wide, and see, it added a stroke on that text. So if you want to have like a neat little effect, like a gray effect, let's say, to add some depth, you go like this, update text, and boom, you have a stroke. So that, we'll even do this for fun. Add a bright pink and make it really fat. So we'll put it at 12. Okay, so now why don't we show you guys the power of this software? Let's update it with the stroke. And so now we have a stroke, and we have this curvy text, and we have another size. So we have a default size. We should have said like 12 by 12 or anything. So it just went in Shopify. It rendered all that stuff. Check this out. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if it works. I'm just kidding. It will work. Okay. So now we say, I love e-commerce. Remember we did that? And we can pick this 18 by 18, and it says $59.99. Now it's using the same mockup. We just didn't change the mockup, but you could. So see, that's $37.99. It automatically changed the price. We put e-commerce in there. Check this out. It's going to make the e-commerce word conform in that same way. Look at that. So with the stroke and with the bending, and then you could add to cart, and this person is buying that laser marked bamboo board. And the thumbnail even renders just how it is. So can you imagine this? Like if you're carrying things like this wood, different kinds of wood products or anything laser engraved, how awesome that is, because you can completely differentiate from all of the people out there, especially if you have exclusive deals with companies. And so anyway, is there anything else anybody would like to see on this? You could upload other mock-ups as well, edit the printable area, and we try to make it as flexible as possible on the back end. So I think I'm done right now, Keith.
All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and jump back over here. You guys think that was pretty cool? I'm getting all sorts of feedback. You guys are saying awesome, very powerful, great job, great job. Let's make sure we're showing that. Yes, awesome, very interesting, very cool, awesome. What does somebody say here? Joe asked about any future efforts for multiple input. Joe, you can actually do multiple input now. You can put as many text fields as you want. And like if you had like a football jersey, you could have the last name on the back of the shirt, and you could have the number, and you could even have a team name. You could have as many fields as you want in the text fields.
Keith, would you like me to reshare the screen and I can show them that really quick?
Yeah, why don't we save that? We'll jump. Let's dive back into this. We'll wrap this part up because a lot of people are like, just take my money already. So let's show you this quick, and then we can always switch back and show you guys any other features that you have questions about. So here's just some other. This is basically I want to show you guys some more ideas for the future. So not all of these products. Well, most of these products we're integrating them, but they're not live right now. So we want you to show some of the power of what's coming with other integrations, with other companies we're in talks with other things we're doing with the software. So we're not just stopping where you see it right now. We're actually going to show you. So we're looking at the full all over prints. So full prints all over the shirt, which Jason just asked about. So Jason's already forward thinking. That's one of the things we're working on. Obviously, Russell mentioned the bamboo. So if you find a supplier actually with that, you can integrate that now. You could actually, you could find that supplier, put the bamboo case in there, and then send them the email file. They'll create the bamboo case and send it out for you. Check these. This blew my mind when Tobias sent me this file and I looked through it. But this company that they actually do customized bats. I mean, just think about the market. If you don't realize the market for like children's sports is huge. Your parents you guys may have kids that are in sports, but huge marketplace. So these bats are just so cool with customized names. So you can have your child's name on a bat. So that's a neat product. The laser engraving on like glass, the etching on like tumblers, and then like on decanters and things like that. So these are things that we're working on, that are coming, because we're working with different people and different suppliers and different integrations that we have to essentially how that once we get those up and running, they'll be part of it. Excellent. So are you guys ready? Who's ready to start using CustomPlex today? Who's ready to start using CustomPlex right now? You're ready to say, I'm ready. I'm going to put this on my store and I'm going to start using this thing immediately. And I got a whole bunch of yeses. Yes, ready. Yes. I think I'm bloody ready, Tom says. So AliExpress would do the engraving. Sorry. Well, Victoria, you could. Here's the thing, there's no one set supplier with our software. So we're not one of those companies that comes in and says you have to use this supplier. We have, like Russell kind of mentioned, we have two types of suppliers. We have the integrated API suppliers. That means we're directly connected to them through like coding, right? We wrote code, we're tied into them. Those companies are integrated directly, so the orders will go directly through the API and go into their servers, and you guys could set up an account with them, and then the orders are processed hands off. You don't have to touch them. If you decide to use, we also give you the ability to make your own choices, so you can go to AliExpress like I showed with the flask. You could put the picture up, and then you could just fulfill the order yourself through AliExpress. Either you could do it or a VA could do it, or you could go to Etsy, or you could go anywhere. You can use any vendor you want to fulfill your orders. It's up to you, and that's how we left it. And we're integrating more and more suppliers as we move along. We're in talks with some other big companies to bring them in through the API integration. Right now, you can use anybody you want to. You may have to process the orders manually, but the point is you still have the front-end personalization of the real-time that you can actually use and create that front-end feel for the consumer.
And may I add that even if we say process the orders for those manually, Keith, that our system, when you're in that orders section of the app that I just showed you, you could just say email vendor. And if you have a deal with the vendor, where they can receive your emails, your ordering could be as simple as that. So.
Yeah, so let's say that Etsy example I gave earlier with the clock. So I would tell that person, okay, they're going to give me the clocks at a wholesale price because I'm going to send them business. So I'm going to say, what email do you want me to send the orders to? They're going to say, send them to johnsmith@gmail.com. So when you set up John Smith in the back end of your CustomPlex as a supplier, you drop in their email, and then when the order comes in, you just click a button and it shoots that order off to John Smith. He goes ahead and creates the product, ships it out, and fulfills it for you. So it basically gets done hands off if you had a supplier like that. If they're not integrated, you would have to fulfill that directly with the supplier. All right. Okay. So obviously, what we've decided to do is we've decided to create a special version of CustomPlex, and it's a special club that we created just for a very limited amount of people. It's called the Founders Club, VIP. So what that basically means is, as I mentioned to you guys earlier, this app is not available to the general public. So you can't go get it. You can't find it anywhere. You can't use it. The only way you're seeing it is because Justin, is friends with us, and we're here showing it to you right now. So in order to get this in the hands of a select amount of people so they have the unfair advantage for 2017, we've created the Founders Club VIP. And we'd like to obviously invite you to that. It's a private invite-only club, and obviously the only way to get in is to be on this call right now or listening to the actual replay of this call. So we do have a few requirements that we look for people that we want to work with us. And, you obviously must be willing to use the app, and the app systems, because obviously it doesn't make sense for you to get it and not implement it. We created the Founders Club for select people, and the benefit to you obviously is you get to offer unique personalized products that nobody else can do in real time, and you could take advantage of that in the marketplace right now. You must want to truly give value and provide a benefit to our market. So we stand behind everything. We're a full, development software company. We're not really marketing people. We do a lot of marketing stuff, but our company was founded to be a software development company. So this is a tool that's going to be around for a long time. We continue to develop it. We continue to support it. We have a full team that takes care of the software and continues to make it better. So we want to give value to you, and we would, that's the kind of people we want to work with, that people that want to do that and give value and provide benefit. You obviously must conduct yourself in a professional manner. Everything is above board. So what this app will actually do for you guys, right? You'll be able to build a real personalized print-on-demand business. So you can use the integrated suppliers and get up and running in no time. You can find your own suppliers and email them, or you can do your own type of drop shipping through like AliExpress with customized products as well. You have many different options. The sky's the limit of how you want to use the app. You're going to be able to use the app to attract new business with unique custom products, because nobody else is going to be able to offer these products, because they're going to be unique to you because of the way you personalize them. You're going to be able to have the best products to receive the maximum profit. So we all know that people pay more for personalization. So these products are going to give you a chance to potentially raise your prices, increase your profits and your margins, so that you can generate more revenue for your business. So you're going to be able to use all this to meet your lifestyle goals. What is this about at the end of the day, right? Everybody says we want to make money. It's about creating a consistent flow of income for your business, right? So obviously, if you're doing that, if you have unique products, a unique solution that you can use, you're going to be able to create that consistent flow of income, so you can live the lifestyle that you choose. You can make your own decisions. You can decide when you do things and how you want to live your life. So basically, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the Founders Club VIP access, which is you get the custom Plex private Shopify app, one site license. Now, we valued this at about $10,000 because that's just, the number is so ridiculously low, because like I told you, we've spent almost a year in development. So we have full-time developers that have been on this for almost an entire year. So we've invested a lot of money into bringing this app to market and make sure it works functional, that it's efficient, and that it's easy for you guys to use it and implement it. You're going to get priority email support directly from us. You're also going to get an exclusive Facebook mastermind group, which allows you direct access to most people on our team. If you get stuck, you can reach out via the email, or you can reach out via the mastermind group and get pretty quick. We're pretty quick on handling the support tickets, as well as people in the mastermind, so that you never get stuck. If you have an issue with anything, we're there to help you. So when you actually sign up today, you're going to get immediate access to the app. So as soon as you sign up, you're going to get to go in the members area, and the app is there ready for you to load on your store immediately. You're going to get direct over-the-shoulder installation training. I actually shot the videos myself personally. So they show you how to take the app, get it on your store, get it up and running, so that you can immediately start selling products as quickly as possible. You get the priority email support. If you get stuck, you also get access to the exclusive mastermind group. Once again, another support system for you. Plus, you get the right tools you need to get success quickly. We're going to talk about those in just a minute with some additional bonus items we're going to give you guys. So here's the fast action bonus. We like to reward people for taking action. So what we did is we created some in-depth training, and we called it Getting Started Fast. This is about an hour and a half, 2 hours of training that walks you through exactly how to get started fast with Custom Plex. It shows you how to discover ideal markets to sell in. So we broke down market research. We show you how to craft winning product descriptions that sell, and we do a deep dive into finding audiences on Facebook that actually buy. So this training is already ready to go. It's in the members area. You can dive in and start with this immediately. So just to kind of restack that, we could easily sell that one course in its own right by itself. We then decided to do a fast action bonus number 2, which we did another training, this was an in-depth training. It was a workshop we did. We talk about ad copy and getting people to come to your store. We talk about how to manage and use breakpoint ROI for maximum return. So we show you how to figure out your return on investment and how to increase it. And then we basically show you how to scale with what we call stacking to increase profit. So this is another training that's in the members area, ready to go. You'll get instant access when you come on board today. And then, so obviously, we're not going to sell the app to you for $10,000, right? We decided that, it doesn't make sense. We want to get people in, even though we want to keep this close knit. We still obviously, even though it's cost us a lot more than that, and we've been in development for almost a year, we said, okay, what about 5,000? Obviously, that's still a little too much. So we came down and said, you know what, the Founders Club is a special offer. This is a lifetime license. So that's another thing to keep in mind. This is a lifetime license that you will never have to pay a monthly fee to utilize this. So you'll never pay for this again, and you'll be always getting continuous updates as we improve the software, as we add more vendors. You're never going to have to pay another cent. So then we said, you know what, let's make this a little, we're going to keep it close-knit. We're going to keep it special. We want to bring people into the Founders Club. So then we said, okay, let's go ahead and get it out to everybody. But before we do that, we wanted to stack another bonus on. What we're going to do, instead of just giving you one Shopify store license, we're going to give you 4 more Shopify store licenses. So that means after tonight, once you sign up, you're going to have the ability to run this on 5 different stores, right? So each, you get 5 licenses. So obviously that's pretty a huge value there in its own right. So stacking this whole thing up, obviously, well over $17,000 worth of value there. You get the one site license, the 4 extra, all the training, the support, everything you basically need to get up and running immediately, so you can get in tonight. So what we decided to do, though, is to make this really special, the Founders Club VIP, a one-time fee, never pay another monthly fee again for full access to this extremely game-changing software for 2017, so you can kick things off right. You can get in for a one-time fee of just $9.97. And all you have to do is head over to customplex.com/Justin, and you can get in, and you get instant access to everything I talked about here immediately. So I'm going to drop this link in for everybody so you guys have this. And we're going to open it up for Q&A. So we're going to open it up for any questions that you guys have. If you want us to show us anything more about the app, if you have anything you want to know about suppliers, please ask that now while we're here live. So we'll take a little while to go through and answer any and all of the questions that you might have. Tayo says, if a niche fails and I have to change niche and close the store, can I transfer the license to? Yeah. Well, so basically what that means is you can have 5 active licenses at any point. So if you close one down, you close the store down, we would just turn that license off and you could reactivate it on a new store. Kevin asks a question about, is there a 30-day money-back guarantee? Well, Kevin, I don't like to be harsh about this, and I don't like to be mean, but I like to give you guys some honest advice. If the question you have right now in your mind is there a 30-day money-back guarantee, you're probably not in the right frame of mind to buy this app tonight. If you're in the mindset of, do I have 30 days to try this, you're probably not going to have a lot of success with it. What you need to be focused on, and you need to set your intentions in the right manner, is, how can I take this app and how can I get my investment back as quickly as possible? Unfortunately, there is no refunds for this product, and the reason that is because it's a customized solution and you're getting a lifetime license. So the app, you saw it, it's fully functional, everything works as you saw it tonight. We're there to stand behind you. The company is not going anywhere. We have total access so we can get you up and running. So the question you should be all asking is, how can I get in and how can I get my investment back as quickly as possible and start turning a profit? So with that said, set your intention in the right area. Set your intention on, hey, I'm going to make this investment right now, but I'm going to dive into the training. I'm going to get the app. I'm going to load it on my store, and I'm going to get this investment back as quickly as possible because I'm going to follow the detailed training. I'm going to do everything they say to do, and I'm going to get my money back, and then I'm going to start to generate that. Eric said, these guys are crazy for the price of this app. And Bruce says, can we sell the license with a store? Bruce, you know what? We have not thought about that. I don't believe that that's something that Russell will have to talk about. It's not something that we've come across at this point. So that's something we could definitely address for you. It's not something, unless Russell wants to address that, it's something we probably have to look at and think about. Let's see. Let me just make sure. I know there's a bunch of questions coming in.
Hey Keith, this is Justin. Let me just jump in for a quick second, and it's been a great presentation so far, and I know that there's definitely a lot of questions that I'm going to get to as well. But I wanted to just remind everyone, or not remind everyone, but let everyone know I got a little bonus as well. I just wanted to bring that out there right now. I was hinting at that in my group earlier today, and anyone who gets in, today, and 997. What you need to think about really is that this is going to be just another channel for you to have more products, right? And we all know, especially if you've been listening to anything I've been saying, right? You got to play the volume game. You need to be launching products. You need to be launching unique products into your niches. And when you're expanding into new niches, you can't just go after the same type of products, right? You need to find some type of advantage. This is a brand new channel, right? So when you think of it that way, it's just an absolute great value. The bonus that I want to get to, I'm going to throw it back to you, Keith, in a second. But anyone who does get in, they're going to get my live targeting intensive for free. It's my $149 targeting class. So I'm going to make sure that not only you're going to have all these great products you're going to be able to launch in your store, you're going to make sure that your targeting is 100% spot on as well. So anyone that gets in there, Keith, back to you now. But again, it's great value. You're going to make sure that you're targeting as well. But the bottom line is you're going to just have a you're always going to be able to check off that box when you need new and unique products for your store, and you need those each and every week. This is exactly what you're looking for. A consistent way to get new products, unique products, products that people are going to love but haven't seen before. And, that's the name of the game right now with Shopify.
Excellent. Well, Justin, we obviously thank you for adding that in. So you guys get that extra bonus for anybody that comes in as well. And Vicky says, so you're saying that Printx will fulfill the order. Yeah, Vicky, if you go with Printx, which Printx is a great solution, the margins are really good with Printx. They have quite a product selection. What happens is they are an integrated partner. So what you do is you set up one of the products. Once it gets sold, it'll go over to Printx. They will create the item, they will ship it, and they will fulfill it, and it'll kick back to your store with it being fulfilled. And it's hands off. You don't have to do anything. They fulfill. So the Printful and Printx will automatically fulfill all your orders. So if somebody asked my advice and said, Keith, how can I get this investment back? How can I get up and running as quickly as possible? Even if you used one of these other providers, Scalable Press, Custom Cat, Viral Style, it doesn't matter. If you wanted the advice on how do I get up and running as quickly as possible, that's as easy as possible, use one of the integrated providers. The Printful, their margins are okay, but Printx margins are even better, so your profit margins are going to be even that much higher. So I would integrate design with one of those providers, get my products up and get them out there so that I can start generating revenue back, get my investment back, and then start to build things up from there. Kat says, can you please run through the product list offers? There's an infinite amount of products. I can't just say we have 10 products, or the list I brought up there was like 64 products on that page, I think. It's any product that you want to sell. We can probably come up with if you go to the Printful, I don't know if Printx shows the products they have, but basically you can implement any product that you'd like to. The ones that are integrated, they have a pretty big library as well already to go for you. Javier says, I would have paid $2,500 today. This is a steal. Well, we appreciate that. So thank you for that. Let's see. Vicky says orders. I don't know if oh yeah, fulfill your orders. So we answered your question. What about us that already, okay, so let's go through. Gives a storefront much more value and competitive edge. Exactly, Mitchell, you hit the nail on the head. This gives your store much more value and a competitive edge over your competitors. So while everybody else is offering standard shirts or products from AliExpress or whatever they're doing, this gives you the ability to stand out, offer the personalization in real time so they can see it, they can order it, and they can send you money. Beth says, I'm in. Jason says, awesome, very nice. David says, okay, can't find, okay. So, all right, so David's getting handled there. We got shirts, flask mugs, what else? Kate, anything, Kate, anything you can think of, T-shirts, mugs, coffee cups. I think that there's the new coffee cups. I don't know if Russell mentioned it. Prinix has the new color, the hot, cold, they change colors. Like if it's hot, it changes the color. If it's cold, it changes the cover. So the color changing mugs, they have just, I don't even have the entire product list in front of me, but there's a whole slew of products that you have available to you.
Yeah, I really think you just think of it this way. You have print-on-demand products, you have dropship products. This is just another category of basically the type of products that you could have in your store. And really, this kind of turns any product into print-on-demand when you think about it. Anything that can be customized, this is basically just giving you the ability to accept that customization in Shopify in a user-friendly way, and then basically have a way to export the orders, whether through its API or manually. It's just another channel for new products, right? And again, like that's how you play the game for e-commerce. You just constantly launch new and unique products to your niche, and you eventually run into those winners. You scale those winners, and you cut your losses on the the non-winners, the losers. But you need to be having a consistent flow of products, and think about how many more products, really in any niche, you're going to be able to add by kind of using this type of product solution. So that's what you really need to think of it as. Just another huge channel. Just like every store should have print on demand, every store should have drop shipping. Really, every store should also have personalization options as well.
All right, let's see. Kat, does that make sense to you now, or do we need a little more clarification? Do you have templates, or who makes the design? Charlotte, we actually give you some designs to start with, but all you really have to do is, if let's say you want to go with like a shirt design or something, you could go get a designer, and you would just tell them, hey, make this design, and you tell them to leave a blank spot. You'd leave a blank spot where you wanted the customized item to go, whether it might be a children's name, a person's name, whatever. You tell them in that area, leave that spot blank, and then you would just upload that design and then add that text layer inside the app. Okay, so we got that covered. Okay, so if you got in, you'll get access to the members area, which will have the download page where you can download the app and install it. And then you'll also have full access to the training videos, which show you how to set everything up. Okay, Kate, you still need clarification. Kate, essentially what happens is were you here when Russell went through the demo? Because maybe that's why things are, I just want to see what part of it you might have seen or not seen. Richard said, was there a money-back guarantee on this? I didn't hear that part. Richard, basically because this is a private exclusive software offering, there is no refund period on this. So I'd recommend that you kind of, set your intention, set your mindset that you're going to have success with this, that you're going to get into the members area, you're going to get the app up and running, and you're going to get your investment back as quickly as possible. And that's what the quick start training is all about. It shows, we want to show everybody how to use the app to get their investment back and start generating revenue as quickly as possible. Something came up and I got here late as a video. We're going to probably have a replay out for you. So if you missed the whole presentation, then we'll work on a replay that Justin will send out. Eddie says, why no refund? Because, Eddie, it's customized software, and you're getting a lifetime license to the software, Eddie. So like I said, we're a software development company. The software is not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. And kind of as I said before, like I said, I'm not trying to insult people, but if your mindset is if you're thinking about a refund, and you're not going to have success with the app because you're focused on potentially failing already, right? So because it's customized, because it's a exclusive software app, and it's a lifetime membership, we can't offer refunds to this, because what we do with a lot of the money that comes in, we invest a lot back into development and making the app better for everybody. So that's what it's all about. That's why we launched the Founders Club, so we can continue to build the app out, bring on more suppliers, make it better for everybody so that they can use it. All right, let's see here. Okay, Kate says, I'm missing the connection. Are we limited to the vendors and products? No. Kate, Here's how you need to think of this, Kate. You can sell anything you want with this app. You can go to Etsy and find somebody that sells horses, wooden horses that they'll engrave your name on. You could sell that. If you use one of our suppliers that's already built in, you can offer any of the products they have. You can go to AliExpress and you could find a vendor that does customized rings or necklaces, and you could sell those through the app. The app's power is really about offering real-time personalization on the screen. So when somebody comes to your site and they look at the t-shirt or ring or whatever it is, they can type their name in. It's going to populate that name, create the graphic instantly, and then once they order, you either send it off to your supplier in the back end if it's not integrated. If it's an integrated supplier, the order goes off to you send it off to the supplier and they fulfill it for you, so it's hands off. So if you're just getting started with this, I would recommend that you get the app set up, and use one of the integrated suppliers. It's going to be the easiest way for you to get your investment back and start getting this app working for you. It's the easiest way you're going to understand how to use it and facilitate it and generate revenue with it. They were asking about in the I Love E-Commerce, the cutting board. They didn't understand the pink outline. We just did that to show you the power of the tool. Obviously, when you're going to do a cutting board that's engraved with like a wood engraving, they're not going to do an outline of like a pink outline. Russell was just showing the power that we have with the tool, that you can put an outline on any of the text. It was just done for display purposes. You're obviously not going to order a cutting board or any wood type engraving with some type of pink outline around it, because most likely you're not going to be able to fulfill that. Tom says, I just see so much potential in this app. As Justin says, new sales channel. We know that the mentality world is having personalized, tailored products. I can't wait to get your product and run wild. So thank you, Tom. We appreciate that feedback. Maureen says, how long will this be available? We are only open this for a set time, so we'll get with Justin and plan that out. Today is Monday, so we'll coordinate with Justin, but there is we can't leave this open. We do have a set amount of licenses that we're allowing out for the Founders Club. So either we're going to have a deadline or a date when those licenses expire where people can't get in. So when Justin sends out the replay email, he'll let you know on it. It won't probably be any longer than the end of the week, but it could potentially be shorter than that as well.
Guys, this is Russell. When you do sign up, or if you decide to move forward, we do have this private Facebook group, and please bear with us. Sometimes we will need to ask, because if your name's different when you sign up, we just need to verify that you actually purchased. So it could take a day or two to get you clear in the group, but we're moving as fast as possible, and 90% of you will be instantly added to the group.
Okay, let's see. Let's go down here. Any integrated supplier provides sporting goods. We are working on new suppliers. I don't know what kind of sporting goods you're looking for. I showed you the one example of like the bat. So that is a supplier we're talking with. So we're working on that integration, but it's not integrated at this point in time. That doesn't mean that you couldn't find one. If you could, so here's what you guys need to think outside the box with this. Let's say I wanted to sell sporting goods, and we have Printex and we have the Printful, and if they didn't have a product that you wanted to sell, you could go find a sporting goods provider. Let's say I find one that offers personalized sporting goods like the bats I was showing. I would reach out to that supplier, talk to them, say, hey, if I send you an email with a graphic of what needs to be put on the back, can you process my orders for me? A lot of times the suppliers are going to say, sure, if you send us exactly what you want on the bat, we'll set an account up for you and we'll process your orders. So think outside the box with this. That's why we left the back end open for integration with multiple suppliers. We're not trying to lock you down saying, if you use CustomPlex, you only can use this, right? Because we want people to think outside the box. This is your app. This is your tool. This is your business. You should be able to use whatever supplier you want. So if you have a unique idea like that with sporting goods or anything at all, get in touch with those suppliers, find them, talk to them, say, hey, if I just send you an email with a print file, can you go ahead and execute it? And most of them, I found quite a few myself that will do that. They'll take the file and they'll print it, they'll create the product, they'll ship it, and do it hands off for you. So it's still hands off at the end of the day. You don't have to do anything. I believe that might be available. I don't know if we have the PayPal credit side turned on for that to work, but we can check on that. Thank you, Kanisha. I appreciate that. Mary says I'm still missing.
Yeah, sorry. Another thing with the sporting goods, I mean, on AliExpress, there's just an infinite amount of sporting goods suppliers on there, and I'm sure that some of them will do customization. So that would be an easy source that you already know kind of how to work with. Just finding that as a supplier, and that's really shows the flexibility also of the app, right? Like you could already use potentially suppliers that you're working with right now, and just see if they could personalize some of the items that you're already dealing with, and then just basically link them into to this app. And again, this is just another source, just like you use Oberlo to add products, you would be adding products directly through here, right into your Shopify store. So again, it's going to be flexible enough. Maybe you find a local supplier, you can find a supplier on Etsy, or you go all the way to AliExpress. It's going to work the same way, basically giving your customers that ability to customize in there. So really just keep thinking of it as that way, and that's how you see that it's kind of something that you can get pretty excited by just finding one or two interesting suppliers.
All right. Kate says, are your vendors mostly in China? No, Kate. All the ones that we're telling you to use are based here in the, PrintX and the Printful are based here in the United States. So those are all here. But like we said, you can use any supplier you want. There is no limit, to who you want to use. Yeah, Tom says, I can definitely see that custom potato store use this app. Yeah, isn't there somebody they sell potatoes where they write like a message on the potato and then they ship it out to people or something? So yeah, you could actually see the potato with your message right on it before they write it out. Let's see. Okay, cool. We got that. Excellent. All right. So does anybody else have any other questions while you have us here live? We're going to wrap things up probably next couple minutes, but let me know if anybody has any issues, if you're having trouble getting in or anything like that, you can send an email to support at, and I'll send this in the box for you guys, customplex.com, support at customplex.com. If you're having trouble getting in, we'll make sure that we get you assistance and we get you in. We don't want you to be able to miss out. Let's see. Did you see my question? Vicky, I might have missed it. If you could just drop it back in for me. I'm trying to scroll through all the questions, so I apologize if I did miss your question. If you could just drop it back in, I'd be happy to answer it for you. The replay, I imagine as soon as we get it processed, once we do that, we'll get with Justin, and I'm sure he'll be able to get it out to everybody so that if you missed any part of this, you'll be able to walk back through it.
Yeah, I'm going to put that replay into the group, and if you are on this webinar, you'll get probably an automated email with the replay as well. So I'll get that available to you guys ASAP.
All right, let's see. All right, so just let me know if you guys any other questions, comments. If there's anything you want me to show you while we're still here live,
I'm looking at the comments, and a few people, I mean, there's a ton of orders coming in, but I see a few comments where somebody's saying there's a bug with checkout and PayPal. Justin, do you want the people to contact you direct so you can...
yeah, absolutely. You can find me in the group or message me directly. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, hey Jib, I would try to send support at customplex.com an email first, because and then we'll try to fix it. But if you're not, you can always reach out to Justin. He'll lobby for you guys as well. But we want to make sure we get you guys in. Dan says, explain a bit more of non-API ordering. So Dan, let me give you an example. Let's say I go to Etsy, etsy.com. I go to Etsy and I find that somebody makes checkerboard tables. They make a checkerboard table, or let's say chess. So they make a handcrafted chess table. They handcraft all the pieces, and they'll carve my name, my family name, on the corner of the table. So I go to this person on Etsy and I say, hey, Dave, I see you sell these custom chessboards. I'd like to sell these. Can you, if I'm going to move a lot of these for you, could you give me a wholesale price? What's your best price you can give me? And he gives me a good deal on it. So then I say, can you send me a picture of the chessboard without any name on it so I can just have a blank picture of the chessboard, right? So then I take that chessboard and I upload that picture to my Customplex app, and then I say, order your custom chessboard here, and then the person can go, they can type their name into the app inside of Customplex, and it's going to put the name right on the chessboard, so it's going to look like how it would look. When they order, the order comes into my Shopify store. I can then click a button in the back end, and it'll send an email off to that vendor and say, oh, we got an order for a custom chessboard. Here's the order. It shows them a picture because we create the picture on the fly. They look at the picture, they create the product, and then they ship the product out and they send it off to your customer for you. So they fulfill the order. So that's how a non-API order would work. It would be a potential email order from you, or if you did it from AliExpress, you would have to potentially order the product yourself or have a VA do it. Does that make sense to everybody on the call now on how you would do something outside of a non-API order? Does that make sense to everybody? All right, cool. Looks like we got that all
So,
figured out. Excellent.
so I just wanted to say one more thing. So when you sign up, you're going to go through this JVZoo thing, but but we will also be sending you your membership within the next several hours. So you're also going to have access to the membership site, which has a bunch of training and other resources and whatnot. And and then you'll have a link to the app, and you could start installing the app on your stores. So I hope that clarifies things for how that will work, and then you could install it on up to 5 of your Shopify stores. And Justin, how are you going to send the bonus? Some people are asking about that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send that to your guys' email. I'll just grab the emails from a report I'll get with you guys on that, and then I'll send you the webinar link for the targeting training, and you guys will get my full targeting training in there in the master class, and it'll definitely be pretty cool, and I'll get your niche in there as well. But you'll see an email from me, so that will come in the next couple of days for sure.
Excellent. And Carl, yes, Carl says so that vendor would have to be able to customize the print. Yeah, Carl, obviously you would find them ahead of time. So if you go to Etsy right now and you can type in like personalized, type in the word personalized, you're going to see all the things you can get. You can go to AliExpress and see all the personalized things that you can get right now. So there's personalization everywhere. If you're new, I'm going to give you guys a recommendation because I don't want you to invest in this and not use it. If you're new and you're asking all these questions about products and all that, I recommend just use one of the vendors we already have integrated, because you're going to be able to get into your store, set the app up, and then get a product up and running in literally probably less than a day. Okay, you should be able to get a product up in less than a day and start selling that, generating some revenue, get your investment back. Then you can always expand to other products outside after the fact, but don't try to complicate this for yourself, trying to think too hard. The integrated partners we have are really good, especially Printx. Their margins are really good. They have a good product selection. So I would just use those to get started quickly and get up and running as fast as possible. Who are you using for t-shirt? Well, we use the Printx, or excuse me, the Printful, as well as Printx does t-shirts. So I would use Printx because their margin is going to be better. You're going to make more money if you use them immediately. All right. So, all right. I can sell on Amazon. Well, Helene, we don't integrate with Amazon, so there's really no way to sell on Amazon with this. That's a separate entity. There's really no way to integrate with Amazon in the form that we're in right now. Do you pay extra for integrated partners? No. As we bring on new partners, that's what you guys are buying, a lifetime license to this. As we make changes, as the new features come out, as we bring on new vendors, we're already in talks with a lot of other vendors. So we could bring 2 or 3, 4 on in the
Yeah,
next month.
Keith, we're in more than talks. We have deals with other vendors, so we're just working on the integrations. So,
Phil, there's no monthly fees for anybody for PrintX and Printful. You don't ever pay to use a vendor, so there's no monthly fees. There's nothing. Once you buy this, your CustomPlex Founders Club membership, you don't have to pay anything else. You can immediately, there's a form that we give you that'll fast track, because we actually talked to the owner of the PrintX, or I keep calling it the PrintX. This is a Printful, but PrintX, and basically they'll fast track your application. They'll get you approved, set up with your own account, and you can start, using the products on there immediately, and there's no fees or anything like that. All right, does anybody else, before we wrap things up, does anybody else have any other final questions before we go ahead and wrap things up this evening? Okay, Justin, I don't know if you're still with us. Kate's asking your opinion on, is it better than a monthly on Custom CAD?
Yeah, definitely. So these are going to be two different things, right? You're going to have T-shirts, your traditional print-on-demand T-shirts and apparel, non-personalized, would be routed through Custom CAD, and then you'd be able to add this as a new product line. Anything that you're already doing, and in terms of customizable T-shirts, and then of course any customizable product that would be brought in through CustomPlex. So they would go hand in hand, both in a store.
okay, it looks like what's happening is several people who said PayPal wasn't working. It's working. They're going through right now. So appreciate you guys trying that. And anybody where it doesn't work, please go ahead and just you can send us an email to support@customplex.com, or you could hit Justin up, and Justin, you can just get in touch with me, and we'll do.
Yeah, definitely. Reach out, Javier. I see your message, and just message me on Facebook. We'll make sure that you get in, on the Founders Club VIP deal for sure. If you tried to get in tonight, so we'll figure it out for sure. Just reach out. We'll make sure that you get in.
And
All right.
thank you guys so much for your time and your comments and support. And we really hope you enjoy this software, and it changes the game for you in your e-commerce stores. And because right now there's so much competition's been building, and just differentiating it and making your brand more personal are two big trends. And I think you should do very well when you take those you ride those trends.
Yeah, absolutely. And Keith, Pat, Russ, thanks so much for kind of coming out. And I really had to twist their arm to come out and do this presentation just to make sure that we can get in on this kind of offer. So I know we're all thankful that you came on. We're all excited to kind of get into CustomPlex. And everyone, I'm going to get a webinar replay. I'll talk it over with these guys and see how quickly we can get it out to you guys. You can kind of go over everything again and check out the demo. Definitely check out the demo again. Just really watch it a couple times till you see really that this is just a whole nother class of product to add, and that should be your kind of biggest battle on a week-to-week basis, finding new products. So like I said, I'll post the webinar probably in the group. But again, Keith, Pat, Russ, guys, thanks so much for joining us here, and for everyone who came out tonight. I really appreciate spending some time with us. Hopefully we kind of gave you some value, and hopefully got you excited about personalization, because it's definitely going to be a pretty big deal in 2017 onward. So again, guys, thanks so much, and have a great night.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.